If you think your sexual orientation is purely a choice, everything we've talked about today will fundamentally change how you view what makes us tick. For too long, society treated deep-seated desires like a personality quirk you simply decided upon. But science is painting a much more intricate picture, woven from genes, environment, and chemistry happening way before birth. We know things aren't random. There's a surprisingly concrete link tied to family history. The more older brothers a man has, the statistically higher the odds he may identify as gay. That isn't coincidence. Theories point towards something incredibly nuanced happening inside the womb, perhaps involving the mother's immune response, reacting to early fetal development, the so-called Maternal Immunization Hypothesis. This brings us to the big players: hormones and DNA. Early thinking dismissed attraction as spontaneous, almost appearing before any real puberty hit. But looking deeper, especially at subtle physical markers, paints a clearer path. Think about hand geometry, finger length ratios. Studies show systematic differences here, based on gender development driven by prenatal testosterone. Interestingly, some research indicates lesbians tend to display slightly more masculine digit ratios on average compared to straight women. If we accept the idea that earlier hormone exposure shapes predisposition, then those differing ratios suggest varying degrees of prenatal androgen activity played a part in shaping attraction tendencies. Now let's talk mechanics. Rodent studies give us hard proof of hormonal drives. Remove testosterone, and mating stops. Administer it back, and the instinct returns. Even in wild sheep, certain rams demonstrate intense, unwavering preference solely for other males, and neuroscientists can trace hints of why right back to specific regions in the brain. This tells us our wiring is profoundly susceptible to chemical signals. But don't mistake correlations for destiny. Biology doesn't operate with a single switch. Human development is messy, layered, and unbelievably complex. Take cases like congenital adrenal hyperplasia, where extra prenatal androgens lead to atypical genitalia. Some observers note a trend towards same-sex attraction in these women, again hinting at the power of early hormonal surges. Or consider androgen insensitivity syndrome: individuals whose bodies resist testosterones, yet overwhelmingly align themselves as heterosexual women. Each case throws light on another facet without giving us a neat answer box. What truly matters is realizing that the blueprint being laid down in utero interacts constantly with every stage afterward. Our brains continue expanding dramatically past infancy, maintaining a furious rate of growth far longer than primates do, creating this incredible window for lifelong maturation. Ultimately, the takeaway isn't a checklist of deterministic rules. It's a paradigm shift. Sex orientation isn't a decision made in isolation, it emerges from countless intersecting developmental pathways. Whether it's the delicate balance of internal biochemistry, the protective layers of maternal immunity, or the foundational architecture of the brain responding to prenatal inputs, the reality is infinitely richer than simple labels allow. Understanding this means accepting that beneath the surface of culture and expectation, there is a sophisticated, beautiful cascade of biological programming unfolding within all of us. Check out Profile for podcast summaries.